Hey y'all, welcome to Time with Teresa with Rustic Roots Homestead. Today we're going to make a rum cake, and it is my Aunt Pauline's recipe. So we're going to start out with our dry ingredients in this bowl, and we'll put our wet ingredients in the other one. To start out with, we're going to use a box of yellow cake mix. I can get it open. And one small box of vanilla Jello instant pudding. Just going to kind of mix those up together. And then we're going to get our pan ready. And I've already greased this pan, and it is a mix. And it's a half of all-purpose flour, a half a cup of olive oil, and a half a cup of shortening, solid. And you mix those up with your mixer, and then you put it in a jar. And this is what I keep mine by the stove with, and I just got pan coating right on the end of it. And I keep it by my stove, and I literally put it in everything, including my cornbread. Nothing sticks with this. So it's really good to have by your stove. So after we get that done, and I do have my stove preheated at 325. We're going to put in a cup. You can either use pecans or you can use walnuts, whichever one you have. And I always get my pecans, walnuts, and everything from the Amish store. And you're just going to sprinkle those all around the bottom. Try to get them as even as you can. Okay, we got that done. Now we're going to mix our wet ingredients. And that is 4 eggs. And I do have chickens and ducks, so usually when I bake, I use my duck eggs because they're richer. And duck eggs are really hard to crack too. I want to mix those up really good before we put them in there. Put those in our bowl. Then we're going to add a half a cup of cold water. And a half a cup of oil. And I can get this open. Oh my goodness. Can't get it open. There we go. and a half a cup of rum. And I use Bacardi, it's 80 proof. And we're going to mix all that together. Of course, I had to get it on myself, but that's okay. Make sure we got everything in here. Okay. Now we're going to get our dry mix over here, and we're going to pour our wet ingredients in with those. We're going to mix this up really good. You can use your hand mixer or your stand-up mixer, either one, to do this with. I just prefer not to get everything dirty. So, this works just fine. I have a little visitor today, my youngest daughter, Brooke, and my 1-year-old granddaughter is over here. So if you hear a noise in the background, that's what it is. She's playing in here in the kitchen. Pan over here. We will be going outside. We will be sharing the garden. I do a lot of canning, preserving food, lots of it. Yesterday I actually have grape jelly sitting over there on the counter that I made yesterday. Okay, I've got this all combined really well, and we're just going to try to get it as even as we can coming around the pan. Okay, we've got it in our pan. Show you what it looks like. We've got it in the pan, and it's looking very well. So we're going to put that in a 325 preheated oven, and it's going to stay in there for right at an hour. The recipe calls for an hour. My stove is gas, and it usually cooks sooner, so I'm actually going to set mine for 50 minutes and then start checking it. Just use a toothpick and check it because everybody's oven's different. So just keep a check on it, and we'll be back in an hour to see what this looks like. Thank you. Okay, we're back. The cake is done, and in my oven it took it right at 50 minutes, but it says an hour, so after 50 minutes you definitely need to start checking it. Alright, now the moment of truth. See if this flips out. And I think it did. Yep. See how good that does? I've not had anything that didn't flip out using that. So it's a half a cup of vegetable oil, a half a cup of flour, or a half a cup of all-purpose flour, and a half a cup of solid lard. Just mix it with your mixer, put it in a jar, and set it beside your stove. And I just use a little brush to get it out. Alright, so our cake is here. I've let it set for about 15 minutes. We got it out. Now we're going to fix our frosting. And that is a 1/4 cup of butter. About it. out of the microwave. So we're going to put a 4th cup of butter. I don't know about y'all, but it is like 95, no, I think it's 98 degrees here today. And we're in Western Kentucky. It's hot. And we got a 1/2 cup of water. I literally just went out to check on the chickens, said they have water, and it is miserable. And we got 1 cup of granulated sugar. That out of the way. And stir that up. Actually, we need a bit more sugar, about another 1/2 cup. And this is going to be running when you put it on. And then we're going to use a 1/2 cup of our rum. You just want to stir this till it gets all the sugar kind of mixed in. So is it hot where y'all live at? We're in between all the rivers is where I live, in Smithland. And it's in Western Kentucky, and it is actually, if a dam broke around here from an earthquake, we would be stuck. We would not be able to get out. And I usually just get my pitcher, my measuring cup, and pour it in there because it's so much easier to put it on the cake. Cake over here. Let me get you where you can see it a little bit better. There we go. And you just start pouring it around. Let it go on the inside and the outside. There is quite a bit of this, and I've really never used all of it, but you want to make sure you get it good and soaked. And the longer this sets, the better it's going to be, because it soaks it all in. Well, this time I think it is going to take all of it. All that good stuff. Okay. These things are really better if you wait a day or two, or at least a day. Like fix it the day before you're going to serve it. And it's really good with homemade Cool Whip on it, whipping. And then, what I like to do, that's one thing about having more of this juice, you can get some out of there and put it on it. Like that. Yeah, let's taste it. See what it tastes like. I want to get some of the pecans that are in it. The rum is in there. You can taste it. It's not overbearing. This is one of the moistest cakes you'll ever fix. It's really good for Christmas time. I need to fix it for sure at Christmas. So definitely try this. And like I said, give me a thumbs up, hit subscribe, ring the bell, and you'll know when I make more. Thank you.